Right now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is searching for two burglars caught on camera breaking into a home on the west side. It happened on Purcell Drive. First Coast News' Lana Harris spoke with the homeowner. She joins us in the newsroom with more. Hey, Lana.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, this was a terrifying situation, according to the homeowner. Thankfully, no one was home when this happened, but take a look at this video. The burglars, you can see them here kicking in the door, walking inside, and making several trips in and out of the house. They also walked in yelling JSO, posing as officers, not even fazed by the alarm that was blaring in the background. The homeowner tells us these two got away with a 55-inch TV, all of their laptops, her son's Xbox, clothing, even underwear. And because this was all caught on a camera connected to her cell phone app, the homeowner watched this whole thing happen. Take a listen.
I saw it, but they had masks on and they had gloves on their hands, and I watched them carry stuff out of my house. That was really scary. And people who, live alone or live with small children, it should really be really mindful about how easy it is to break into a house.
Now here's another look at these two suspects. It's not a lot to go off of, but if you think you can identify them, you're asked to call JSO or Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. There is a 14-year-old who would really like his stuff back. In the studio, Lana Harris, First Coast News, on your side.